I just watched LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, and I have to say immediately, this is already my favorite LEGO Star Wars special ever created. Yay! Just a heads up, this video is likely going to contain some spoilers for LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy, the 4-part series that just released on Disney+, so if you don't want to get spoiled, please stop watching now. Or if you do want to get spoiled, keep watching. Hey everyone, it's Andrew. This is the most fun I think LEGO Star Wars has ever been, and is once again proving that LEGO Star Wars is peak Star Wars. LEGO Star Wars, I believe, personally, is the best Star Wars being made right now. It is completely packed with humor, in-jokes.
He likes you. I like you also.
And this one in particular, I think bends the rules so well, with the perfect use of what LEGO is, combined with the chaos of Star Wars to create what I think is the perfect storm.
I come back and use the Force so hard that it kills me?
But what I think makes this 4-part special series so special is the fact that it's not only about the references, it's not only about all of the characters being in roles they shouldn't be. It's not only the fact that Darth Jar Jar exists, that Darth Kit Fisto exists, that Darth Nubs exists, that Palpatine is the leader of the Jedi, and I love that he still bullies Darth Vader.
Teensy amount of help.
Oh, that's enough out of you, Jedi Vader. I never should have elevated you from Padawan.
Who, by the way, is also a Jedi and doesn't know he has a son and a daughter in Luke and Leia. Luke is a surfer dude who races pod races on Tatooine, but Tatooine is covered in water. Fun fact, Tatooine used to be covered in water many, many years ago. Thousands and thousands of years. Apparently the planet eventually became barren, but Tatooine is like a surfer paradise kind of location. There's an Australian gonk droid, mate.
You're a legend, mate.
I completely forget where I was going with. Oh yes, I think where this series excels is not only in all of these special funny things, but it's in the main character, Sig. You really connect with his journey and that of his brother Dev. Sig is a nerf herder.
Who are you calling a scruffy-looking nerf herder?
You are a scruffy-looking nerf herder. We all are.
But no, Sig prefers the term nerf handler.
I prefer nerf handler.
And apparently it's a noble profession. But Sig is shy and afraid. He's afraid to take risks. However, his brother Dev is much more of the risk taker, gets himself into trouble. It's soon revealed to Dev that Sig is in fact force sensitive, has been able to use the force for several years. And you can immediately see how they get along like brothers, but there's definitely some tension between them. They both want different things. Sig is happy to live on his homeworld for the rest of his days, whereas Dev wants to go out and explore the galaxy, be called to adventure. And very soon, that's exactly what happens. The two of them accidentally discover an ancient Jedi temple, which Dev convinces Sig to open using the Force, and in the temple they find an ancient artifact called the Cornerstone. And after extracting this from the wall, Jedi Bob calls out for them to not touch that, but it's too late. The galaxy is rebuilt, the events of the Skywalker saga and the Star Wars galaxy that we know are changed forever. And I think it's also absolutely legendary that they've included Jedi Bob in this, that he is basically the Obi-Wan Kenobi of this series, guiding Sig through his adventure and in the ways of the Force. However, he much prefers to be called
Jedi Master Barbarian April.
Now, if you didn't know, Jedi Bob is a legendary LEGO Star Wars character. He first appeared in the 2002 Republic Gunship set as a random Jedi that no one had named. He was just one of those faceless, nameless Jedi, and somewhere along the line, fans began calling this Jedi, Jedi Bob.
Don't call me Jedi Bob.
And this name has since been adopted by LEGO themselves and by Disney, which is amazing. Also, apparently his last name, Afol, is supposed to be based on the acronym AFOL, which means Adult Fans of LEGO. I am one of them, if you can call me an adult.
What?
And I also love that they've given Jedi Bob an actual backstory. He originally came from a much simpler galaxy, which was basically a LEGO galaxy, but he disobeyed his superiors, also tampering with the Cornerstone, which basically destroyed his galaxy forever. And since then, he had been the guardian of the Cornerstone until Sig and Dev showed up and took it from right under his nose. Although he doesn't have a nose, I just noticed. And so everything that we know in the galaxy has been changed. For example, Hoth has been turned to a lava planet, and the AT-ATs are no longer Imperial. They are controlled by the Rebellion. Instead of Chancellor Palpatine, we now have Chancellor Salacious B. Crumb. The Death Star Trench Run is no longer the Trench Run. Instead, it's now a drive-through takeaway joint, and looks kind of similar to Dex's Diner, if we're being honest. The Geonosians have become the Jedi in the Geonosis arena. However, the change on the planet Crate has to be my personal favorite.
So,
pepper.
This series has so many small references and changes that I think only true fans will pick up on. There was so much I felt like I was possibly missing here watching each of these episodes just because it's so packed full of references and changes to the galaxy that we know and love. I just want to say for the record, Darth Jar Jar's entrance was so ridiculously dramatic.
These are going to hurt you, sir.
But spoiler alert, he didn't have the longevity I was hoping for in the series.
Her word.
However, I did like that he admitted to being the Phantom Menace all along. What a reference that is.
This is the Phantom Menace. This has always been the Phantom Menace.
I was the Phantom Menace all along. It's like, come on, bro, really? You're really teasing us with that? But also what I think this series does so well is that it adds to the lore of LEGO Star Wars. For example, Jedi Bob is the kind of Jedi that's known as a Force builder, who are a certain sect of Jedis who had incredible capabilities when it came to building LEGO using the Force. And Sig is also strong in this part of the Force. However, the Sith alternative to this are Sith destroyers, who basically destroy what the Jedi have built. Also, the rule of two doesn't apply in this galaxy, which is why there are multiple Sith Lords at once, which is kind of a scary thought. Look at how much damage 1 or 2 Sith Lords does, and now we have like 10 of them.
This is getting out of hand.
C-3PO is an evil bounty hunter. Well, he's not technically evil, he's just working a job, but his eyes are red, and he drives a golden Naboo Star Cruiser, as opposed to a silver one, I guess because he's gold-plated, and because this is the alternate galaxy. And I think this series tackles the multiverse so cleverly and creatively. The multiverse in recent times feels like an overdone concept, especially with how many iterations we've seen of it in Marvel, for example. But when it comes to LEGO and the whole building aspect of this, I think it just works so well. Darth Maul is also hilarious.
My name is Maul. Hello. It's like Paul with an M.
He's so pleasant, but also somehow still creepy with his voice. I definitely don't trust him.
It's an absolute pleasure to meet you.
It was funny because as I was watching this series, I just noticed myself constantly smiling at some of the jokes, the references, the creativity, even some of the stuff with Dark Rey. The fact she's trying to be better and stronger than I think she is. The fact the Millennium Falcon is basically equipped with the Death Star laser. Finally, the radar dish does something useful. And yes, even though Darth Jar Jar is involved in all of this, I have to say my personal favorite character in this series is Jabba the Hutt as a Jedi. It's just so wrong. It doesn't feel right at all. It's like he's the last person you would think would ever become a Jedi. And we also have Cad Bane, Count Dooku, IG-11, Lobot, the most random group of Jedi you could possibly ever imagine existing. Yoda, General Grievous, and Mace Windu are part of the rebellion, however they've been held prisoner. The Admiral Akbar clone troopers. There's just so many things. I'm definitely not going to go over all of it in this video, but I wanted to talk about the ending a little bit because they've definitely left this open for a sequel. So perhaps they're planning a season 2 of Rebuild the Galaxy. Perhaps they're going to continue to expand out these stories because they've kind of left it open to continue Sig's training, show what happens next, especially with the cliffhanger ending and the character that's revealed right at the end.
They call me the Landolorian.
The Landalorian is my new favorite character ever. I know I just said Jabba the Hutt as a Jedi is my favorite character, but hey everyone, it's Andrew, but Landalorian version. So perhaps they're setting up for another series here, or perhaps even a movie. I would love to see on the big screen a LEGO Star Wars movie. I honestly can't believe we haven't had that yet. Yes, we've had the multiple LEGO Star Wars specials, including the holiday special, the LEGO Star Wars Summer Vacation, and LEGO Star Wars Terrifying Tales, which I thought were all pretty good, to be honest.
Who cares about a trade dispute?
And equally hilarious, but why haven't we had this on the big screen yet? Perhaps they're building towards that. Also, it's gonna devastate me if we never get any of these characters in LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga or another LEGO game. Come on, give me Darth Jar Jar. Let me play as these characters. Let me play as a Jedi Jabba the Hutt. If we had the character customizer in LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga, which isn't a thing unfortunately, we would be able to create all of these characters and play at our will. However, we don't have that. Yes, there are mods for PC that make it come to life, but until then, I hope we get maybe another DLC. It seems super unlikely. They seem to be really done with LEGO Star Wars Skywalker Saga. Man, I would love to see that. I might make another video breaking down more of this and all of the references in LEGO Star Wars Rebuild the Galaxy because there are so many of them and I have to go back through a bunch more times and watch it again to make sure I don't miss any. But tell me your favorite part of this and let me know if you'd want to see that video.
So silly.
And for more LEGO Star Wars, subscribe and watch this video here. And thanks for watching this. My name's Andrew. I'll catch you soon.